Hello and welcome to the first in a brand new series of Battlefield 3 weapon guides. In this episode, we are going to cover the G3A3 rifle, available to the assault class soldier in Battlefield 3. The Heckler & Koch G3A3 assault rifle is more correctly known as the G3A3 battle rifle, due to it firing the full-powered 7.62 by 51mm NATO round, rather than the smaller, intermediate-sized rounds such as the 5.56 by 45mm, which is more commonly found in assault rifles such as the M16. A battle rifle is often carried by the designated marksman. The designated marksman is a member of a squad whose role is to fill the marksmanship gap left between a rifleman and a sniper. A rifleman will typically engage targets at less than 300 meters, whilst a sniper will engage targets at over 600. The designated marksman is able to lay down accurate fire and engage targets in the 300 to 600 meter range, and unlike a sniper, will move with his squad. The battle rifle's increased range and accuracy over a standard assault rifle comes at a price. The length and weight make it relatively cumbersome in close quarter combat, where a carbine or bullpup designed weapon is much better suited. For this reason, the soldier should also carry a personal defense weapon, such as a machine pistol, for those close encounters. The G3 battle rifle is one of the most widely fielded weapons in the world. There are many model variants and specialized types available. The G3A3 is the third derivative of the original G3 and is by far the most well known. The G3 was developed in the 1950s by German armament manufacturer Heckler & Koch in collaboration with the Spanish state-owned design and development agency Centro de Estudios Técnicos de Materiales Especiales, or CETME. The A3 model of the G3 came with drum sights, a fixed plastic buttstock, and a plastic handguard which does not contact the barrel. The handguard came in a slim, ventilated version and a wide version. The wide version allowing for the attachment of a bipod. The G3A3 is a selective fire weapon. The rifle is hammer fired and has a trigger mechanism with a 3-position fire selector switch. Position 2 allows for fully automatic fire. Position 1 allows for single or semi-automatic fire, whilst position 0 mechanically disables the trigger, securing the weapon from accidental discharge. In Battlefield 3, both the US and Russian factions have access to the G3A3, although in reality neither country actually uses this weapon in any branch of the military. The weapon is unlocked for multiplayer use by the assault class when an overall score of 160,000 points are reached in co-op. Alternatively, for those unable or unwilling to play co-op, the weapon is available as part of a purchasable co-op pack from the Origin, Xbox and PlayStation stores. All assault class rifles in Battlefield 3 have a damage per bullet of 25 points, dropping off to 22 at 50 meters. This means that at close range, a standard assault rifle can kill a target with 4 non-headshots. The G3A3, however, stands alone in its class, with a damage per bullet of 34, dropping off to 20 at 60 meters. It is a potential 3-hit kill, making it the most powerful rifle available to the assault class. It truly rises above its peers. It's not all good news though. This extra damage does come at a price. Reload time for a non-empty magazine comes in at 2.1 seconds, but for a depleted magazine, this increases to 3.4 seconds, which is average amongst its sibling rifles. However, with an ammo capacity of only 20 rounds per magazine rather than the usual 30, it has the smallest magazine capacity of all the assault rifles. That, combined with a fire rate of 550 rounds per minute, means it can empty its entire magazine on full auto in a shade over 2 seconds, potentially leaving the soldier in a vulnerable situation. The heavier bullets of the G3A3 travel more slowly at only 500 meters per second, rather than the more normal 600 to 650. And yet, the rifle has twice the vertical recoil of most other assault rifles. Horizontal recoil, however, is amongst the lowest in its class, on a par with an AK-74M or AN-94. With such a high vertical recoil, this gun requires careful handling by a skilled player, and is best fired in a single or controlled bursts. The iron sight on the G3A3, whilst not the worst in the game, is not going to help you get those medium to long range kills. Fortunately, the ACOG scope, unlocked after only 10 kills, is a good choice of scope for the G3A3. It has a medium scoping speed, a 4x zoom, bullet drop reticle markers, and does not suffer from scope glint. It allows the effective acquisition of targets at a medium range, which is where this gun performs best. The foregrip, unlocked after 30 kills, is not necessary on this weapon. The horizontal recoil is already low, and the penalty of reduced long-range accuracy is highly undesirable. The bipod, unlocked at 50 kills, offers a 66% reduction in vertical recoil, higher than the normal 50% of other assault rifles. Given the high vertical recoil of this weapon, one of its main weaknesses, the bipod offers excellent control to the soldier covering corridors of approach, or firing at long-range targets, and is a good choice of attachment for this weapon. At 70 kills, the suppressor is unlocked. Whilst there are situations where the suppressor is useful, it will further reduce the already slow travelling bullets of the G3A3, so bullet drop will be more pronounced and have to be accounted for by the player. It is not a recommended attachment for this gun, and is only useful in key situations when stealth is more important. The flash suppressor, on the other hand, unlocked after 175 kills, is a must-have attachment for this gun. Like the bipod, it will reduce vertical recoil, and thus help keep your gun pointed at your target whilst firing. Hipfire accuracy is reduced, but if you find yourself hip-firing in close quarter combat with a G3A3, then you're probably already dead. The flash suppressor is therefore a recommended attachment. The PKA scope, available after 350 kills, is another decent choice of scope, having a 3.4x zoom and 0.3 seconds to aim down sight. However, unlike the ACOG, it has no reticle markings to indicate bullet drop, and being the last attachment to be unlocked, you will have to work for it. Finally, the G3A3 is not the strongest choice of weapon when playing on urban maps such as Grand Bazaar and Seine Crossing, where encounters will be close to medium range, and fast-firing low recoil weapons will perform much better. However, fitting the gun with a holographic sight, available after 80 kills, it is still perfectly usable and a formidable weapon in the right hands. By taking a more cautious approach, looking for corridors and open spaces, and taking up defensive positions, this powerful weapon will deliver strong results time and time again. The G3A3 is a powerful weapon, but is ill suited to the beginner due to its high recoil and small magazine size. Firing must be done in controlled bursts or in single fire mode to get the best out of the gun. reloading should always be performed before the magazine is expended, but with only 20 bullets in the magazine, you will have to pay close attention to avoid incurring the extra penalty of a full reload. The ammo specialization is a good choice for the G3A3 soldier and will increase starting ammo from 105 to 168 bullets, allowing him to operate at a distance for longer. Likewise, the suppression specialization will help ensure that whilst you are shooting your ranged targets, your bullets will render the enemy too suppressed to effectively fight back. The G3A3 performs best on the bigger, more open maps such as Karg Island and Caspian Border, where medium-range targets are more prevalent. For long-range targets, try switching to single fire mode, or alternatively, deploy the bipod and burst fire in automatic mode. At close range, the gun is a 3-hit kill, and thus very effective, but the low fire rate is a disadvantage when face to face with opponents with higher fire rate weapons. A trusty close quarters sidearm, such as a Glock 18, makes a perfect complement to the G3A3 whilst being rushed or when entering small rooms. Overall, the G3A3 battle rifle can be a beast in the right hands. However, those relatively new to Battlefield 3 would fare better with a gun such as the M16A3 or AEK971, which are easier to keep on target due to their relatively low recoil and larger magazine size. Once mastered though, the G3A3, with its high damage bullets, can take down enemies faster than any other gun in its class. Its high accuracy and long range damage make it perfectly suited to the role of designated marksman, moving with the squad and providing medium to long range support for safer movement across the battlefield. This concludes the G3A3 battle rifle review. Stay tuned and stay subscribed for future episodes of the Battlefield 3 Weapon Guide series.